Hey guys, James here again. This is going to be what if Goku was born with Gohan's potential, or if Goku had Gohan's potential. Now, this what if was made by another YouTuber. I didn't know at the time. I kind of forgot. I kind of had the idea randomly, but it was made by Laughstock Media, and then another YouTuber by the name of Sacred Saiyan, who's also a Dragon Ball YouTuber, did another review of it as well. So yeah, now with this basically we would go over just Goku's birth events, I guess. Goku's born with power level level 20. That's power level. So he's already higher than the power level he would be when he's on Earth. Now, Grandpa Gohan still does die in the same canonical way. If it happens according to plan, it's just Goku meets Bulma, his power level is 115. Goku's raised in martial arts, those constantly growing in strength really fast. So 115 is his exact power level when he meets Bulma. Now, when Roshi does meet Goku, he's very impressed. Then Goku will still get the 6-star Dragon Ball from Oolong. He one-shots Yamcha pretty easily at that. We speedrun all the way through Dragon Ball. Pilaf Gang never gets the Dragon Ball because they never get a chance to. Goku is somewhat smarter. Not by a lot. Like, still pretty dumb for someone his age, but still, at least he has a bit of common sense. That's what I'll give him, common sense. Yes, they speedrun all the way through it up until training with Roshi. Now, Goku does get the few same months with training with Roshi and Krillin, and Goku does reach a power level of 590. That's the power level that he reaches because, well, he spends time with Roshi, basically just mastering martial arts, all he really can do. That can be with Super Saiyan, not Super Saiyan, that can be with basically just basic techniques like Kamehameha, because with Turtle Hermit style, Goku still can learn new moves from that, and he can also just use basics of, like, what was it? So, basically just basics of keys, what he has to learn, plus Turtle Hermit style's okay, I guess. But still, his power grows rapidly, being 590. So, yeah. Now, then we go to, like, the tournament. At the tournament, he actually defeats Roshi. But barely. With Roshi's very, very, very vast history of martial arts, Roshi is barely able to, like, keep up with Goku, but Goku's barely able to land a hit on Roshi. But when he does, it does too much damage to Roshi. Eventually, Roshi just submits because his body's in agony because he's been being hit by Goku. And eventually, it comes to the Red Ribbon Army. Goku still beats really fits him like Colonel Gray, but whatever. He still beats Colonel Gray, and then he beats General Blue all by himself, which is a simple punch. And then he defeats Mercenary Tao, with his power levels currently being between like the 600 and 700s level, around there. Goku's power levels, not Tao's or General Blue. Goku would defeat Tien on his first try, honestly. And like, when he's going in, when he beats Tien on his first try, well, Goku didn't need to. Well, first he doesn't need Korin for Tao at all. Tao is just very, very much weaker than him. So now in this tournament against Tien, one-shots Tien pretty easily. Then he still has the whole thing with Babidi, where he has to fight the Babidi's fighters. He encounters Gohan, and Gohan has to admit Goku's insanely strong. And Goku has the same problem with Roshi, where it's like, he has so much martial art talent that it's very hard for me to keep up with, but still, I hit harder and I'm faster. So it basically just gets the best of all of those opponents. And then, with someone Krillin and Tambourine actually kill each other. And as they fight, well, Krillin can sense out Tambourine, and as they fight, they eventually just die. Like Krillin basically gave Tambourine so severe injuries, he died. Like, as he reached Piccolo, he just fell over and died. And when Krillin basically just died right there on the spot. Well, first he was able to walk out to Goku and point. He's like able to point in the direction of Tambourine. That's what the Z-Fighters like, oh, okay, he's that way. But Krillin falls over and dies. Goku would attack King Piccolo, and when attacking King Piccolo is very, very easily beaten. Goku's power level just with him being not as enraged as Gohan is against Raditz, but Goku has some experience with fighting and doesn't know he'd require some bit of, like, spontaneous anger. Like, so before this, Goku has somewhat common sense, because he can't always train in fighting because he gets too strong for his own good. Well, Roshi does resort to, like, basically just mental training or, like, just brain training, like just, oh yeah, read this, do that. Goku's just a tad bit smarter. So this doesn't like somewhat subside his rage, or calm it down. His power level will do a jump to 1020. We see Piccolo. King Piccolo's obliterated in seconds, and he spits out Piccolo Jr. But Goku can't catch it fast enough because power level will drop down to its normal level, being on 160. There's a lot of training. So Piccolo Jr. is born, and Goku will train. He still trains with Korin, but he trains with Korin. He kind of does it for the hell of it. He does trains with Korin for like half the time. He trains with Kami. Half the time he should be with Kami, he trains with Korin. And with the Divine Water, he does that in a matter of minutes, no hours, just minutes. So yeah. So by the time doesn't stay with Korin for half the time, stays with Korin for a little bit of the time, but not like a few minutes exactly, just like a few weeks. Then with those few weeks, Korin couldn't teach Goku martial arts because Goku's too fast and Korin can't keep up with him. So basically, Goku, just due to being too strong, Korin just gives Goku the basics of basic education. And Goku isn't going to be some super genius, but average. That's all I'll give him. He'll be average. But yeah. So, with this, basically, Goku would train with Kami still. And by the time Piccolo Jr. and Goku come to the tournament, Goku's power level is going to be 1,310. Then we have Piccolo Jr. at 432. And as they clash, well, it's not really a clash. They collide fists. Piccolo's arm is immediately shattered. And another punch to the face knocks out Piccolo. And the two fighters are kind of shocked that it was this simple. Just a 1-2. Or, no, a clash, then 1. Goku did not need 2. That was it. Just 1. So, yeah. Now, Goku's beating Piccolo. Gigi and Goku still married because Goku still remembers that. Gohan's born. And, well, when Raditz attacks Piccolo, Piccolo trained insanely hard. Like, beyond canonical Piccolo. This Piccolo's power level is 910. He trains with weights, basically quadruple the canonical weight. They are powerful. So, yeah, Piccolo's at 910 when he fights Raditz. Raditz's power is weakened a lot, but still, he beats Piccolo. Raditz is shocked that such a strong Namekian is on planet Earth. And he thinks Piccolo's the strongest being there. Yeah, now Goku does sense Raditz, and Goku's been training with Kami a lot more of the time, because so before he trained, he spent a few weeks with Korin, and when he does train with Kami, well, first off, he did beat Miss Popo simply with a simple chop to the side of the neck, and it just knocked him out. Then we sparks with Kami. Kami cannot keep up with Goku, so hyperbolic time chamber it is, but only for a few, like at most you get 1 hour in there for Goku. Because Goku's pretty young. Kami's like, Goku, I don't want you to age too rapidly. You get like 1 hour in there at the most. So with those 1 hours. So, in he has in total, I'd say he has 5 hours a month. So, let me check this real quick, I get my math right. So, throughout the 4 years, I'm pretty sure they'd give Goku a whole, 48, not 48 actually. That was 40, 44, yeah, 448 total hours. Her bulk time chamber still gets an advanced 2 years on his age. But that's really it. So Raditz doesn't find Goku, but he just waits for a bit, then fights him. Then he should be weak, because Scouter only picks up a power level of, 2,000. Come on, I can at least weaken him. And Goku, by the way, does not have a tail. Does not. So, yeah. So he fights Goku, but this really sees Goku's kind of just toying with him. Raditz freaks out, and is fighting Ki-Blasts everywhere, even at Krillin, at Roshi, at Gohan. Eventually, Goku gets fed up once the Ki-Blasts shoot towards Krillin, Roshi, and Gohan. Everyone else, yeah, sure, but Goku eventually just disappears, and all the Ki-Blasts are fired back at Raditz. So once they're all fired back at Raditz, they all go straight through him, and he dies. So yeah. Now, with this basically, King Kai doesn't know the Saiyans are coming. Due to Goku being an insanely good person and a decently smart one, King Kai doesn't want to train Goku. He wants to. So basically, King Kai insists on Goku training with him, and Goku would accept this. Goku's put down in the underworld, and Kami will train the humans, including Piccolo Jr. and Gohan. Piccolo Jr. is trying to force Gohan to come up with it. She's like, no, he's my son. He shouldn't be trained. He shouldn't be training or fighting. But Piccolo then actually yells, saying, God, how dense are you, woman? You should train with the god of Earth. He's going to get intelligence up there, too. Better than any intelligence you can get down here. So basically, just this leads to Chi-Chi seeing the truth, which is basically, Gohan will be training with God. So how bad could it be? So with this, basically, Goku heads to King Kai's world, but across the Snake Way in 5 days. Kind of just him kind of exploring sceneries, why it took him so long, but it looked nice regardless. So yeah. Now eventually with this, the 1 year ends, Goku heads back. We do Snake Way in, well, less than a day. He does it in, at most, 1 hour. When he arrives back, though, he would watch humans fight Nappa. And Nappa's power levels varying from what sites I use. Like, sometimes on the Dragon Ball Z Wikipedia could say, 7,000. No, 4,000. I'm going to stick with at least 4,300. Or 4,500, I mean. So with this, basically, the humans combined are surpassing Nappa, if they are combined. So, as they all team up on Nappa, plus Nappa has Cybermen. Yamcha does not die with Cybermen, but he's weakened, so that would drop his power level significantly lower. I'm going to go over the highest power levels. Piccolo Jr., or Piccolo, is at power level of 6,000. And him and Kami specifically train together because, well, Piccolo had to look after Gohan. He doesn't go on the best, but he knows Goku. And he's like, he's strong, and I'm the one that can keep up with him. So I'll train him the most. So Kami, Gohan, and Piccolo are basically one training group, and Kami does see Piccolo has changed a bit. And Piccolo Jr. is at 6,000, Gohan's at 5,000, Goku is at 22,000. And he has Kaioken times 3. He has a bit above that, but this Goku being a bit smarter. With Spirit Bomb, he does see a bigger advantage in that, besides just being a basic brawler. With Kaioken, yes, he's a Saiyan and has advantage of that, but this Goku has common sense of a human, so Spirit Bomb is what he prefers to train with. This Kaioken goes up to times 5, but times 4 is pushing it, and then anything above times 4 is painful, so yeah. Now, Nappa does win against the humans because he has more Cybermen, and Yamcha is already weakened, so their power level would drop significantly if the humans are combined. And this results in Yamcha being the only one dying, but he succumbed to his injuries after the battle. Then, wrong on video notes. Nappa still does beat the humans, but Goku destroys Great Ape Vegeta with his Kaioken times 3. Because Kaioken times 3 results in Goku being at 66,000. Well, then 66,000 plus... If I use my math correctly, with Gohan's Rage Boost against Raditz and Goku having Gohan's Potential, he would have Gohan's Rage Boost. And that results in Goku getting a Rage Boost of times 400. The power level enters the million, surpassing every form of Frieza up until his final form. But with this temporary boost in Rage, lasting a few seconds, he obliterates Vegeta. Now, get that out of the way. Alright, back to my page 2. So yeah, now Great Vegeta is destroyed. Nappa is slowly pushed back to humans because they destroyed all the Cybermen, besides Yamcha because he's dead. Well, he's not dead yet, but yeah. So Nappa will use the false moon that Vegeta had created to turn into a Great Ape. Nappa looks into it, and he turns into his own Great Ape. Does this, the humans still fight back, and he does stomp on Yamcha, killing him. Well, Yamcha's kind of crossing over between living and afterlife. Nappa just fast-forwarded it by a few seconds. But to defeat Nappa, Chaozu, Krillin, and Yajirobe, they badly damage Nappa's tail, and first they blow it off, and then with the remaining damage, it's going to Nappa. Well, the after effect of all the damage hits Nappa, and Tien's the one to kill Nappa with a simple ki blast to the head, blowing it up. So now, Vegeta is cowering in fear at Goku's rage, but Goku had calmed down because the Earth shook. So if the Earth is shaking under his power, he's doing too much. So yeah. So Tien's the one to kill Nappa. And with this, basically, Gohan will gather Dragon Balls of Piccolo. Piccolo didn't want Gohan to watch Nappa get killed. So basically, had turned going away, and they flew away to look for Dragon Balls. They didn't do a single thing actually. So just looking for the Dragon Balls. Let's look for the Dragon Balls. Well, Nappa is killed, and well, when they find him, they want to wish him back. But before the wish is made, basically King Kai is like no, Yamcha wants to stay here. Like Yamcha made it that fast, but it doesn't matter. It took them a few hours. It took Yamcha a total of 12 hours to cross it, so it worked, I'd say. Mainly just him flying and using ki to amp his power. Yeah, Yamcha gets there in 12 hours. So yeah. Now, with this, basically, Dragon Balls are used for, I'd say. Well, they have like, I guess they'd have to wait for, what was I going to say? Alright, so Vegeta is held captive as a Goku training partner up until they have to get a Namek, because Krillin still did do his thing, mentioning Dragon Balls. Frieza overheard it in Vegeta's scouter, now they've looked for it. So, Namekians. That's what's going to happen. But during this time of waiting, every single human, and plus Piccolo and Gohan, are brought to King Kai's world. And Chi-Chi accepts this because King Kai is a higher god than Kami. So it's like, a higher up god, Gohan, you're getting so good at this. So she's supporting it because Gohan's training with gods. Goku will train with Vegeta for 10 days straight, up until him and Vegeta have to go to Namek. So, the humans, plus Gohan and Piccolo, get to Namek first. Not Yamcha because he's dead. But, yeah. Now, with this, basically, Goku and Vegeta trained with each other insanely hard. Cause, well, first off, they both got Zenkai boosts. The Zenkais, they're powered up a lot. Then, well, Vegeta told Bulma about gravity chambers, and she's like, I can't do a strong one right now. I can make it like a small room and do like 40 times Earth's gravity. Kami's like, no, come to hyperbolic time chamber, do that. They do that in there, and moving before they get to Namek, their power levels are already in the millions. Goku's at 2.2 million, Vegeta's at 1.7 million. They're pretty close in power. But then, well, when on the spaceship flying up to Namek, they train in 1,000 times normal gravities. 1,000 times normal gravity for 6 days straight. Now with this, basically, the power level grows insanely high. They even have a few senzu beans from Korin. So with the senzu beans from Korin, basically, they're able to get Zenkais from each other. But they brought enough Zenkais. Well, first off, they trust the Z fighters not to die, so they don't really practice that much, not enough for them. I'm gonna go over the Z fighters that aren't Goku and Vegeta's power levels. So Tien has a power level of 14,000, but he has Kaioken times 3. That leaves him up to 42,000 at full power. Krillin's at 10,000, but times 2. This is Kaioken, this is 20,000. Then we have Chaozu at 99.3 thousand. Then we have him at times 2, 18.6 thousand. But combined, they're at 80.6 thousand. So you have Piccolo, he's at 445,000. 445,800. There, that's power level. Gohan's at 280,000 exactly, and they have Kaioken times 3 for them both. That basically Gohan's power level would reach 840,000. 840,000, and Piccolo is going to be at 1,337,400. So yeah, that's Piccolo. And by far, Piccolo is the strongest one of there. So you have now Goku and Vegeta. They're constantly getting Zenkais with each other and just basically punching each other in the face the whole trip. And Vegeta being taught Kaioken and Goku advancing his own. And, well, Goku's Kaioken reached up to Kaioken times 4. Vegeta unlocks Kaioken times 2. So yeah. Now Goku's base power level plus his own Zenkais jumps up to 52.8 million. But then with his Kaioken is going to be at 211,200,000. Vegeta at 40.3 million, or 40,300,000. And it's parallel with the Kaioken times 2, 80,600,000. Yeah, so humans plus Gohan and Piccolo They cause trouble, and Frieza calls in the Ginyu Force a little bit earlier. So with that, basically, when they arrive, it leaves the humans to fight them, plus Piccolo and Gohan. Krillin and Chaozu. Well, Krillin could have beaten Guldo on his own, same with Tien, but to preserve Tien's max power, this leads to Chaozu and Krillin teaming up with a single blast to basically annihilate Guldo. And Guldo's power level is exactly 10,000, so him and Krillin could have fought. Then Tien plus Kaioken would end up beating Recoome. And we have all the humans combined to beat Jace. And by combining, I mean, like, they're using Kaioken to their fullest abilities. So that's how they beat Recoome. And then Berger appears and, well, suddenly a giant blue beam erases Berger from existence. And they see Gohan with his hands out. And Gohan did that like it was nothing. So yeah, immediately Ginyu will try to transfer bodies to Gohan, but before Ginyu can even do the proper transfer, suddenly a hand is piercing him right through the chest, and it's Piccolo. Piccolo would just say that this is nothing, and Piccolo still has his weights on at full power, and Gohan picked up the same kind of weight training. So, yeah. Alright, page 3 of notes. So eventually Goku and Vegeta get there. They meet up with the group, but they split off pretty quickly because Frieza 4 soldiers are incoming. The humans end up getting a few Senzu beans because Vegeta and Goku will need them for the rest of the time. So humans get Senzu beans and they proceed to destroy any miscellaneous Frieza soldiers, and they encounter Guru with the Dragon Balls. So Dodoria and Zarbon attack, and Goku just chuckles, sensing the power, and sits down. But they fire Ki Blast at Goku first, thinking he's the weak one. But Vegeta will stop one Ki Blast away, and it starts a complete, just big mountain. This is a combined blast between Zarbon and Dodoria. Zarbon and Dodoria were impressed with Vegeta because that was a combined attack. They power up to their full power, and they attack Vegeta. The moment Vegeta would dodge, suddenly their heads fall to the ground, and Vegeta's arms are both extended, with his gloves covered in blood. Vegeta would chuckle, saying, "Really? I've feared you two this whole time. Shameful." Puts his hands down, and he walks away. Now, Gohan and every other human plus Piccolo have their potential unlocked. But Piccolo would fuse with Nail, and with the humans trying to feeling the power that Guru has, it's not really too much power, but still, Guru's pretty damn intelligent. So they think they could use this against Frieza, and they should request that Guru and Piccolo fuse. Or they ask Guru, why doesn't he fuse with Piccolo? And Guru does ask Piccolo if he's okay with this, and Piccolo would say okay. And Nail actually backed this up by saying if he's going to fuse with Piccolo, he would request that Piccolo would stay with Guru his whole life. And Guru's like, Nail, how about this? I fuse with you, then Nail, you fuse with Piccolo. And does just that. Goku obtains him the knowledge of Guru and the power of Nail. So we can go over the power levels with the key unlocked. Gohan's power level would jump using the canonical differences in power, and power levels happened. Gohan would get to 11.67 million. No, 11,676,000. So 11,676,000 plus times 3 Kaioken. That'd be 35,028,000. Then Tien would jump to 576,800. And times 2 Kaioken. Wait, make sure I got that right, because I swore Tien was higher on Kaioken. Yeah, Tien was times 3. I fucked that up. Screw it. Let's say Tien can only do times 2 with his new potential unlock. So times 2 Kaioken Tien. His power level will jump to 1,153,600. Times 2 Krillin, 417,000. Then times 2, 834,000. Then Chaozu, 387,810. Then times 2, 775,620. But Nail and Guru fuse with Piccolo, and the essential unlock, 163,590,768. Then times 3, 190,772,304. Piccolo is now stronger than a combined Goku and Vegeta. Unless Goku decides to push his body to its absolute limit and kill himself to fight, then Piccolo has no chance. So yeah. Yeah, so Vegeta and Goku would fight Frieza because they're trying to Dragon Balls, but yeah. So Goku. So first, Goku will let Vegeta have a shot at. It's actually chat. Goku will let Vegeta have a shot at Frieza as Goku and not Goku. As Vegeta and Frieza would fight. Well, Frieza is being pushed to his 50%. Vegeta powers up Kaioken and overpowers Frieza in every single form. Now, this basically Frieza goes 50%, and Goku does want to have his own shot at full power Frieza. So he throws Frieza at Senzu Frieza eats it, and Frieza back at full power. Goku power Kaioken times 3, and Frieza gets his ass whooped basically in every single way possible. Goku can do Kaioken times 4, he needs Kaioken times 3. That's really it. So yeah, now, as we noticed, nobody died, nobody went Super Saiyan. Everything is fine. So Namek isn't going to blow up, because when Frieza did try that attack, Goku quite literally just held it back in Kaioken times 2, and then shot it into the air. So yeah. Using Namek and Dragon Balls, Piccolo would wish back Yamcha. And, well, he helps Namek, like, basically just, one wish, restore my friend Yamcha. Yamcha's in his second wish, send Yamcha to Earth. Third wish, basically just put planet Namek at the best it can be. So just like, make this planet the best of its ability. Produce a lot of water, produce a lot of Namekians. So Yamcha, when he comes back, he has Kaioken times 6. So yeah. So Yamcha's power level is 9.3 thousand, or 9,300. Then times 6, 55,800. King Kai will tell Goku, Gohan, and Tien to go to planet Yardrat, because he sees those three as the ones that get the most benefit. And Piccolo doesn't really need to go to Yardrat because, well, there's every single Namekian technique in his brain now. There's no need to go to Namek. Not Namek, to go to Yardrat. Doesn't really matter. He can do almost every single thing with one of the same techniques, just not in the same amount of power. He can just learn how to do them in a powerful way. Or he can go later. Doesn't really matter. But yeah, everyone else is sent to Earth, and they go to the hyperbolic time chamber. Now Chi-Chi only lets, she's yelling at everyone because Gohan isn't with them, but Kami has to explain it in a way, like, I sent him to this planet because he can study outer space from there. Kami has to have Gohan taking notes in outer space now, so, yeah. So yeah, they're doing his time. Goku will learn instant transmission still, but does it. He's able to master it a month early, and his training for cloning keeps going. So yeah, he still learns how to use clones, in all my what ifs. Now, in his time of training, Piccolo and Kami begin talking, and due to Piccolo basically just seeing Piccolo's knowledge of the Guru, how Piccolo changed so much to the point where he's even wiser than Kami. She offers to basically use a Piccolo so he can get all the knowledge of Earth, and Piccolo can be the new Kami. Piccolo says he doesn't want to be the new Kami, but he's up for a fusion. So with that, Piccolo and Kami would fuse, and, well, Piccolo and Priest train all Z fighters his own way. But, well, he heads back to Namek 1 month before they meet Trunks, and Dende is their new god, but a lot earlier. And Piccolo basically will pass on all the knowledge of Kami that he has to Dende with a little bit of Guru knowledge. A little bit. Not a lot, little. So Dende's a pretty good guardian already, and knows just how to pilot the whole place. But with his knowledge, Piccolo even gives him a bit of power. Enough to be double Kami's strength. His Kami didn't grow too much. At most his power level is 10,000. And Piccolo was able to give Dende a power level of 50,000. So Dende's power level is already surpassing Kami pretty easily. Dende is able to upgrade Dragon Balls and the Lookout. So yeah. Now, I'm going to go over some power levels. So Piccolo, when he fuses with Kami, Piccolo at full power is at 1 billion. So, with his Kaioken times 3 included, that's 1 billion. He's at 1,30,621,838. That is his fused Kami power level with Kaioken times 3. You have Krillin, who, which is one of Vegeta, he's in the time chamber too, but still lives with Bulma. Plus, him and Bulma kind of got interesting with each other a little bit earlier because they like each other. But yeah. So times 3. Well, Krillin with... Well, I'll check my lights real quick so I can read my notes properly. Alright, so Krillin's power level during this time had jumped to 637,000. And with Kaioken times 3, he would be getting a power level of 1,911,000. That was a very bad number. Then Yamcha is able to get Kaioken times 7. Everyone gets their Kaioken upgraded with Tien. Not Tien, I mean with Yamcha. Because he's able to teach them how to advance their Kaioken further. Yamcha's power level jumps to 78,000. Both of them with times 7, 490,000. He's already keeping up with, not even Chaozu. Never mind, he's not keeping up with anyone, not even Chaozu, so it's kind of sad. Chaozu with Kaioken times 3. Power levels 592,000. Times 3, 1,575,000. Tien gets a Kaioken times 4. I forgot to do the math on that one real quick. Tien's power level is 876,800. But with Kaioken times 4, he's at 3,507,200. With Gohan, Kaioken times 4, he's at 12. Well, without Kaioken times 4, he's at 8 million. 12,176,000. 12,176,000. Then times 4, 48,704,000. 48,704,000. And Goku. He's pushing his limits to their true ability. And, King Kai's also giving him some Kaioken advice. So, Goku's pushing his power to its absolute max, reaching Kaioken times 12. So, Goku, in his base form, 53,300,000. Then, he has Super Saiyan by now, and his power level had jumped to 2.6 billion. 2,066,500,000. Then Vegeta, he's Kaioken times 3, thanks to Yamcha, because he's Hyperbolic Time Chamber as well. He's at 40,500,000. Then Super Saiyan as well. He's at 2,025,000,000. So yeah. Page 4 of notes. There. Alright, so now basically go to meet Trunks. When Trunks arrives, he immediately kills King Cold. This Trunks is from the canonical Dragon Ball. It is just his Goku is significantly weaker than our Goku. So when he feels a power level on this Earth, he thinks the androids already attacked. So he realizes everything's in paradise. And well, when everyone arrives, they're all really strong, especially Goku. So yeah, now Trunks arrives, kills King Cold. Goku will get his medication. And like I said before, this Goku is not dumb. With common sense, he will take his medication. Plus with a bit of urging from Chi-Chi and Gohan. So yeah, now Gohan, eventually during 3-year training, will learn Super Saiyan. And Vegeta and Goku will master the Super Saiyan together in the Hyperbolic Time Chamber. Well, Goku will mainly help Vegeta master it, plus they do it themselves together. Goku learned on Yardrat due to his clones, and Vegeta trained his ass off. That's really it. But yeah. Basically Vegeta just got so mad that Goku was able to kill Frieza and he wasn't. And he used that rage while bottled it up with the rage of him losing to Goku. Or basically every single bit of rage he has towards Kakarot, he fueled it into just this one form. With Goku's clones, him and Vegeta were able to master Super Saiyan against, foes equal to Goku. So yeah, then Yamcha still finds Jiro in 19, but this time he does not die. He actually beats 19. Well, beats the hell out of 19, then 19 eventually dies on his way with Jiro, like they're flying away, then 19 suddenly just collapses and is gone from existence. Yeah, so Jiro's still killed by 17, but this time he unleashes every single android he has. 13, 17, 15, 18, 16, 14, 9, and 21. I hope that order pissed someone off, that was my intention. Yeah, if you guys don't know who Android 9 is, he's featured from a video game. Android 13, 15, and 14, 21. Pretty sure they're all video game or movie cameos. So yeah. So, everyone fight will fight androids. Android 9 is wiped out relatively easily. So, we'll leave Goku with Android 13. Then we leave Vegeta with Android 18. Piccolo against 17. Against 15. We'll give him to, let's say, Tien. 16 will fight Gohan. 14 will fight Krillin. And 21 will fight Yamcha and Chaozu. Yeah. Yamcha eventually loses because he's Yamcha. And he's fighting against probably one of the more arguably fine women in Dragon Ball. So, yeah. Now with this, basically, Vegeta has his arm broken by 18 still and gets the hell beat out of her, regardless. So yeah, now basically, Vegeta losing. Goku is able to somewhat push back 13, but they all have to call a strategic retreat. No one dies, but they're all pretty injured. Now past Trunks arrives and is still trained by Vegeta. Now Trunks is able to learn Kaioken as well, and he leaves with the Kaioken ×2 ability. Now, Vegeta did learn the basics of a cloning ability and learn how to do that. But it didn't really affect him too much. He just learned how to basically punch himself using clones, and Trunks trained with these as well. He didn't learn how to do it, but just trains with them. He knows he's taught how to do them, but he'll have to learn how to do it, not just the basic words to do it. Yeah, Trunks in his base form grew to 19,250,000. Then, times that by 50 with Super Saiyan, 962,500,000. Then, attack that Kaioken ×2, 1,925,000,000. 1,925,000,000. I said 9 billion for some reason, though. Then, Kaioken ×5 Vegeta, he's at 162 million. Then, with Super Saiyan, 8,100,000. 8,101,000,000, or 8,100,000,000. Then with Kaioken ×5, 40 billion and 500 million. And Goku trained Gohan. Gohan has Kaioken ×4 still, and Goku did not go any higher than Kaioken ×12. So Goku can go above Kaioken ×12, just not in Super Saiyan form. It's kind of what they're all mixing in. So yeah. Yeah, kind of instead of going in Super Saiyan 2 or 3, they're pushing more towards their Kaioken advancements, because that's what they're all used to training with. So Goku is at 194 million, not Goku, I mean, Gohan's at 194 million and 816,000. Then with Kaioken, I mean. With Super Saiyan, he's at 9,740,800,000. Then Kaioken ×2, he's only able to do it in half, because otherwise his body's in agony. He's at 19,481,600,000. Goku, 213,200,000. Then Super Saiyan, 10,666,000,000. Then times 6, we would have I messed up. 10,600,000,000. 10,606 billion. I misplaced the numbers. So yeah, I misplaced the numbers. They look wrong. That's what was it. So yeah, so Kaioken ×6, we have 63 billion and 96 million. So yeah. Now this is how games will start, but it's not every single android will go against their canonical opponent. But Android 21 will get Yamcha and Chaozu still. 21 abuses Yamcha and Chaozu, but Chaozu's last-ditch effort actually kills 21. But 21 is not Majin, so we'll erase that from her, but she still dies. But yeah, so Goku versus 13. So Goku is actually able to push 13 to use Super 13, and in the midst of the fight with Goku and 13, Goku using Kaioken's full ability, 13 is using his full power, and pushing each other back respectively. Actually with this, 13 is able to go beyond its limits and push Goku beyond his own limits, making Goku actually power up Super Saiyan 2. Goku being the first one to do it, but only in a last-ditch effort, and ditch of just like, I hope I can get stronger. He can't this for long though, because he's running out of ki. So just one full powered blast in that form, it erases 13 out of existence. Then we would have 17 versus Piccolo. Now, I don't write down any more power levels after this. I'm too tired to do it. I did this all between the space of like 3 a.m. and now it's what 7:32. So like 3 a.m. to 6 something, like 6:40. I've tried to record this video multiple times, but I never got this far. Yeah, so Piccolo versus 17. Piccolo and 17 are able to tie in a fight, and cell games do start, but well, they're not really called the cell games at first. 13 suggests the games like saying, oh, we should go against our respective person, but I want to go against them like a turn. So like respective fights. And then Cell does arrive, absorb 17 and 18, and cell games are perfectly formed, named the cell games. But this time, well, they're 13 and 21 not being in existence anymore. Cell will fight in those places. So Yamcha and Chaozu are killed by Cell. Then Goku does not fight Cell yet because Cell just realized Goku's still recovering, and they do not get the 10 days to train. Not all of them fought, and Piccolo was only 1 minute into a fight, so yeah. And Piccolo's power levels are already in billions at full power, but also enhanced a bit. So I give him 4 billion at full power. So Piccolo will fight Cell, and send Cell proceed to fight. Cell eventually kind of just is getting hit in the face over and over and over, and Cell's evolving as he fights, eventually learning Kaioken times 2, and with this, is able to hold off Piccolo for a bit and kill him. So yeah, he's killed 30 people by far, not by far, but so far. And then we would have whoever fought 15, I forgot, but I'm pretty sure I said it was Tien. So yeah. Tien isn't killed by Cell. He kind of falls out of bounds, and then he has to retreat. So, yeah. It's 18, that would be Vegeta. Now, this time, Cell actually challenges Vegeta and Trunks, because he didn't see Trunks fighting any specific android. So, he didn't see, it's just no androids had Trunks fought with them, so Cell fights with them both. And with them both fighting Super Saiyan full power, they proceed to attack Cell. And as they attack Cell does beat them both. And does kill Trunks. So, 4 people by now. Vegeta does go enraged and attack Cell, and gets a really good hit in on him. But if Cell could not regenerate, he would die. So, Cell didn't die because he can regenerate, so Vegeta lost and didn't die, but he's done. Then 16 versus Gohan. So, Gohan's already pretty enraged and is busy crying over Piccolo, Vegeta, Chaozu, Yamcha. He's in tears. He's just bawling his eyes out, power level spiking, earth shaking. And Cell wanted to fight Vegeta and Trunks, and still killed Trunks. And Gohan eventually steps in the ring, with his eyes still watering and pouring tears. And Cell fires a ki blast at him. Gohan's able to block this attack, but Gohan just in too much despair to fight back. As Gohan's being pushed out of bounds, Goku would enter Gohan's mind and say, Gohan, you have no time to really be upset, but fight back against the man who killed your best friend, who killed your master. Just channel that rage into Super Saiyan and fuel it with Kaioken. Gohan would then roar, going Super Saiyan, but mastering it in that instant. And then he would then push it to Kaioken times 2. And then he'd be stacking it and fueling it with all of it together. And eventually he's able to go Super Saiyan 2 as well. But he's a second Super Saiyan 2. But he buffs up a bit. And basically begins charging up a giant Kamehameha. And kills Cell. Or it's able to basically just hit Cell hard enough that the androids come flying out of him. And until it's the ground, he's able to try to self-destruct. But Goku doesn't need it to transmission. Cell, too far away. What Billy does basically transmission Cell all the way over to King Kai's planet. We'll grab King Kai and the monkey. I'm pretty sure the Mantis wasn't canon, but grabs the monkey and King Kai instant transmissions away, and Cell blows up as Goku finally got King Kai out of there. And instant transmission them all to Namek. So, yeah, while they're there, King Kai no longer has a planet. So, yeah. So King Kai kind of just resides as a god on Namek. So, yeah. Now, Goku's instant transmission is a bit faster because he grew in power a lot faster, so his instant transmission is better. King Kai's thankful Goku didn't let them get killed, but is a little upset that, well, he lost his planet. So yeah, now Goku heads back to Earth, and they have a few years of peace. I believe around 5. Now, King Kai is able to contact Shin and Kibito, and they're able to basically remake King Kai's planet. King Kai asks Goku to bring him back there, and King Goku asks, "Oh, how'd you do that?" And King Kai's like, "Oh, God's above me." He was like, "Oh, that's interesting. Can I meet them someday?" King Kai's like, "Hell no, I don't want you to. You'll be disrespectful and fight them." So yeah, now the tournament comes around. Krillin still wipes up 18, but they do know where 17 is at all times. With 16 died the same way. 14, screw him. Then 21's dead. 9 is dead. Nothing matters. So yeah. I'll just take some notes. So now we basically just go into the tournament. Videl still finds a Gohan Saiyaman. Gohan still trains Videl. Gohan's been trained by a few people, so he knows how to train Videl a bit better. So when she fights Popovich, she doesn't really get as injured, but hurts Popovich tie. But suddenly Yamu tries to absorb Ki from Videl. Gohan steps in the way, but Shin will hold him back. Ki is absorbed out of Videl, and it's not a lot of it, around 50. Around 50, like, in the parallels, it'd be like 50, so not too much. Gohan would then grab Shin by the collar and lift him up. Gohan didn't stop training. He goes to Yardrat because Chi-Chi thinks it's good for outer space knowledge. That's King Kai's planet because King Kai is a deity. He has really no excuse not to train. Chi-Chi believes everywhere he went is good for school, which she kind of isn't wrong. Those Gohan that never stopped training, same with Goku, who never stopped training. Immediately, Kibito tries to push Gohan off Shin, but Gohan doesn't budge and headbutts Kibito. Eventually, Goku's like, just ignore them. We can go on with the tournament. So as they go on with the tournament, they proceed to fight. Everything goes the same, I guess, up until it's like Gohan versus Kibito, and Gohan will go full power. And that leads to Super Saiyan 2, and it has a bit of rage mixed in. This is actually enough to fill up Buu to 88%. So, yeah. But now I guess we have to go to Babidi's ship. Now, Vegeta and Goku always constantly get along because they've been together for decades. They're good friends. Trunks and Goten were born a bit earlier. For Goten, he born at the same time as Trunks because, a few months later, because there's really no need. They are calm at all times. Nothing really lasts too long. The whole thing with Androids lasted probably not any more than 5 days, 6 days. So, yeah. But yeah, so we basically just have everything else happen. Now, Goku would proceed to fight. Not Goku. Gohan proceeds to fight Dabura because, Krillin was the only one turned to stone. Because basically took one for Piccolo. So Dabura Gohan basically grabs his head and squeezes it as hard as he can, killing him, which releases this Krillin from being turned to stone. Pupili and Yakon. Krillin and Piccolo beat them both up, and we go to basically just Buu being released, because Gohan released a lot of ki to kill Dabura. Well, not a lot, but enough to release Buu. So with Buu, basically, everyone just gets ready for a fight. They're ready to beat the hell out of Buu. But right now I'm telling you confidently, mainly Goku, Gohan, Vegeta, and Piccolo, they have base forms reaching the billions. They have had years of training with each other and going to Yardrat. So, yeah. Goku's mastered Force Spirit Vision, cloning, and transmission, just 3 techniques. So, yeah. Force Spirit Vision, Goku had mastered it, same with cloning and transmission. So basically, he makes just tons of clones. Piccolo does the same thing because he mastered cloning and gigantification. And Gohan mastered cloning and cloning and healing, and instant transmission. Piccolo does have instant transmission, but it's not mastered. So all three of them basically make clones, and they surround Buu, being using instant transmission rapidly, and this confuses Buu. Now Vegeta does have instant transmission, but that's only it. He joins in, basically just going everywhere as fast as he can to scare Buu. Then with this, they all charge up one giant attack towards Buu, but once he kicked in there by Piccolo. Then Piccolo does an uncombined attack, and they hit Buu with it. And most of Buu's body caught in the blast, but he's able to basically still make Super Buu. Super Buu still made, and they fight Super Buu. Super Buu absorbs Gohan, Piccolo, Krillin. Basically the same people, just not Goku. Gohan is not the one left, and not the one training at the World of the Kais. It's Goku, and Goku breaks the Z-Sword. King Kai is released. Elder Kai is released. Offers Goku gets potential unlocked, and Goku's like, no, because that makes the ultimate form. I don't want the ultimate form. I want to keep growing in power. Basically, they train Goku as hard as they can. Goku will unlock Super Saiyan 3, but he can only use it for a split second. No, like enough to hit Buu if he's close enough. He goes to Earth. Buu's ready for a fight, and he attacks Goku. Goku will just immediately go Super Saiyan 3, appear in front of Buu using instant transmission, and erases Buu from existence with a simple punch as hard as he can. With Buu's hit with it, Buu does try to just power up more, because everyone's punched right out of him, but Goku's ki is basically gone now. Not permanently, but he's out of ki. Enough for one last technique, which is Force Spirit Vision. And he releases Grand Kai from Buu. Now, this Buu significantly released, but Grand Kai tries to push them all the way from Buu, wait, there's someone else in there. So let me find out real quick. So South Supreme Kai and Grand Supreme Kai. Those two are released eventually once Goku gets back his Force Spirit Vision. Well, Grand Supreme Kai is already released. South Supreme Kai. Those two are released, and Goku is now officially out of ki and passes out. Well, I guess this kind of ends Buu, because if that's really it and Buu's still alive, then everyone can give the hands to Buu disrespectfully currently. Yeah, so Elder Kai's released, Gohan trains under him, Gohan gets ultimate form, but keeps training constantly. But now we go basically to the beginning of Super. As you guys are wondering about Majin and Vegeta, no worries. He knows where him and Goku stand. They're basically almost equals. But the only difference between them is Goku now Super Saiyan 3, and higher levels of Kaioken he can go to. Vegeta at most is Kaioken times 8, Goku at most is Kaioken times 14. So yeah. Now, we would have just Bulma's birthday party. Goku's still at King Kai's planet, but he's able to make it to Bulma's birthday party before Beerus arrives there. Gohan's training on Yardrat, then he arrives on Earth for Bulma's birthday party, plus he's still dating Videl, and Videl's still pregnant. Now, let me pause real quick. Now, Beerus disappears. King Kai does tell Goku, don't do anything rash. He is a god of destruction. He'll annihilate you no matter how hard you try. And Goku this time has been mastering Super Saiyan 3 with Vegeta. As Vegeta is able to do it as well, just doesn't choose to because it takes up too much ki. So, yeah. But this is what matter right now. So Beerus, Buu isn't around to disrespect Beerus. So Beerus gets everything he wanted, but doesn't want to fight Super Saiyan God. But the condition he will not destroy the Earth. Let me pause real quick. Alright, so I guess what would happen next? Remember, Beerus wants to fight, but he won't destroy the planet. He'll mainly just I'll badly hurt you all. Maybe at least one kill. Well, by the way, everyone killed by the androids was revived using Dragon Balls. You guys can hint that from the Buu arc. I forgot to say that, but they were all revived. Using Namekian or Earth Dragon Balls. So now we would have basically just Beerus fighting everyone. Now, temporarily Gohan had surpassed Goku because Gohan can kind of stack Kaioken with Ultimate. So Gohan's slightly a bit above Goku because Goku has mastered Super Saiyan 3 and can stack it with Kaioken times 3. Well, Gohan can use Kaioken times 5 with Ultimate. So Beerus gets the best out of Goku and Gohan, until eventually Vegeta would yell, "Fine, if you wish for a challenge, then let me power up to my full ability." Goku would chuckle, throwing Senzu Bean to Vegeta. Vegeta would bite down on it, not getting any Zenkai boost because he's not close to death, or a bit of an injury. That's like a minor 0.5 boost. So basically, we would have Vegeta going Super Saiyan 3, using Kaioken times 2. He's not on the same level as Goku, but still pretty close. Damn close. He's not even 1 billion away. He's around 300,000 away from Goku's current power level. So yeah. Vegeta would attack Beerus, and Beerus would deem Vegeta around Goku's level. Goku kind of calmed down, because calmed down a bit in training just to get close to Goten in a normal way, not save the world kind of way. But Goten is mainly hanging out with Dende, because Dende and him are pretty good friends now. And Trunks is mainly up there with Goten, because Goten's always up there with Dende. Like, they're kind of like a trio that train together constantly. And Dende's a lot, very strong. Dende's power level alone is almost 1 million. With Goten with Goten and Trunks, whose power levels in their base forms are already in the 100 millions. So, says that. Now we would have, what was it? Think of it. I think of what else is going to happen. I'll think of it. So Beerus doesn't really destroy the planet. Everyone on Earth are intending good fighters, and Beerus really hasn't had this much fun with mortals in years. I actually asked Whis why they're so strong, and Whis would say, "Well, they are all driven to get as strong as Son Goku." And Beerus would put in Gohan saying, "What about him?" And Whis would chuckle saying, "He is a product of the Elder Kai, and a recent one at that." Gohan would stand up chuckling, saying, "Yeah, I'm a pretty recent one, less than 2 years. Plus, well, Elder Kai, he offered my dad this, so my dad said no. So, my dad, for all we know, could be stronger than me, if he were to get this form at least. And he can probably use Kaioken to a higher level." Goku would yell saying, "I am never giving that form. It takes away a lot of power, or takes away a lot of potential power." And Goku basically has to go on. He's just saying he's just waiting for Gohan, taking the easy way out of it. Beerus chuckles saying, "Son Goku, I like you and Vegeta, and I guess those two brats, when you Goten and Trunks. Goten was pretty fun to fight with. He has to admit. And Goten is a little stronger than Goku and Gohan, even whereas kids, because he's raised in a very split normal kind of balance. Gohan has been raised by deities, aliens, deities and aliens the whole time. Because Gohan had to fight constantly. Same with Goku. Well, Goku didn't have to fight constantly, but he had to fight a lot. Gohan more than others. Still, they were raised mainly around battle. Well, Goten, the most battle he had to face was Majin Buu, and that is it. So Goten is raised with constant training, but also a good social life, unlike Goku and Gohan, who only have friends that they are born with. Goku was born Grandpa Gohan, and Grandpa Gohan died. Well, he was born in his family, and they died, then Grandpa Gohan died. He has his friends that he's had for decades. Gohan was basically born with everyone he knows except Fidel. So, well, interesting if you want to count him. But yeah. So, yeah. Goten's much more fun in life for him. He's his own person, not modeled after Goku, and, well, pretty fun. So yeah. Now, Goku, Vegeta, Goten, and Trunks, those four train on Beerus' world. Eventually, Gohan actually does want to train with Beerus. It's because he wants to see if he can surpass Ultimate. Now, let's pause one more time. Alright, so Goku, Vegeta, Goten, Trunks, and Gohan all train on Beerus' world, and Gohan basically just is like asks Whis if he can make conferences from video using Whis' staff. And we sprint this because he does realize Gohan has to make a living somehow. Gohan kind of makes up an excuse saying he's kind of busy with his family, his wife is very sick. So Alpha's like, oh, okay, we accept that. We can do it until she's better. And basically just says, oh yeah, she's pregnant, so he gets paternity leave in there as well. So, yeah. So we kind of go to, like, I guess, Resurrection F. So, Frieza. Now, Frieza, he's been dead for a very long time. There's Dragon Balls, they're able to revive Frieza. Then he's revived, then they leave Earth immediately. Now, Frieza was told about how strong Goku and everyone else were. Even Goku was able to annihilate Buu with one move. Yes, he fought normally, but then Buu unlocked a new move. Not Buu, I mean, Goku unlocked one new move, and that one new move was able to one-shot Buu. And Frieza is now even more curious to train. But, well, he's more curious, or not curious, but he's more fearful than curious. And trains as hard as feasibly possible. As he trained for a year and a half. This year and a half complete, Frieza has Golden Frieza and Platinum Frieza. It's Earth. Well, Goten and Trunks were there basically visiting their mothers. And when Frieza arrives, he wants to fight. The people that show up were the humans and Goten and Trunks. They're using Gotenks, and they take on Golden Frieza, but Platinum Frieza proves to be too much of a tough foe. Now, Gohan, Vegeta, and Goku all felt how strong Frieza is and how easily he took down Gotenks. But this is a new form. Immediately, Vegeta and Gohan appear as Goku to watch. Frieza tries to attack Kakarot, who's just watching from the sky. Let's go to Kakarot. Vegeta will grab his arm and throw him down into the ocean. Frieza will land. He's suddenly getting punched in the face by Gohan, and Gohan's doing it as far as possible in his new Super Saiyan God form. Gohan's God Ki basically suppressed Ultimate, removing it. And now he's back to being Super Saiyan. But he has Super Saiyan 1, 2, 3, God, and Blue. Now, Gohan, because you guys can tell he's a lot more aggressive. Like, he still is the same Gohan kind of nature, it's just he's a bit more, he's like a blend between Goku and Vegeta. Like, he has a Goku kind of personality, but in battle, he's a lot more like Vegeta. So basically, he's just wailing on Frieza as hard as possible, and eventually the Earth begins shaking, and Gohan just throws Frieza in the air, and throws a Kamehameha. Frieza will roar, firing a death beam, and shoots 4 right through Gohan's chest. But the last one to take Gohan in the heart, Goku would block it, and he looks at Vegeta. Vegeta then says, Son of Kakarot, I thought you'd be greater. This is a shame. Vegeta then roars, powering up, and attacks Frieza. And Frieza fight, and they begin clashing blows, not being even, but still, Vegeta has the strength and speed advantage, while Frieza just has more raw ki. And with this, basically, Vegeta can't keep his levels ki long enough to compete with Frieza. Good thing Goku has more ki than them both, even if they're combined. And Goku, well, they didn't use Kaioken. They underestimated Frieza too much. Goku goes Super Saiyan Blue and Sakyo Kaioken times 5 and attack Frieza. This proves to be enough for Frieza in Platinum form, but Frieza eventually is able to push Goku off and go Diamond Frieza. Goku proceeds to go into a Super Saiyan in Super Saiyan Blue form still, but then powering up to Kaioken times 12. Goku roars in pain as his body is being torn apart as he screams in pain. Let's proceed to fight Frieza, and he eventually does one final punch that destroys Frieza completely. Same way he did Majin Buu. But as this punch is complete, Frieza's body explodes and he's dead. Goku's body, you see him spit up blood, and some parts of his body even having the skin and be removed, and you can see his muscle not decaying, but just rotting away. Decaying, rotting, the same thing. So yeah. Now as Goku would kind of just fall to the ground, and Whis would catch him, and Goku's body is healed. Whis would chuckle, saying, "Guess Frieza really was tough. You surely are impressive, Son Goku." Now Vegeta and Gohan just watch this as Gohan's being healed by Goten, who had learned a healing technique from Gohan. But they're all shocked at Goku's raw power. Beerus has to admit if Goku had used that against him, Beerus may not know what would have happened. Super Saiyan God Ritual was not performed, by the way, because Beerus had enough, thought it was enough for them. What he did against them, what they did against him was normal. So that was pretty impressive, regardless. But yeah. Now, Immediately, suddenly, a key blast is fired right through Goku's back and about to hit Whis, but, well, Whis tanks it. It doesn't really phase him or his clothing. But he looks right at Sorbet, and Beerus says, Whis, allow me. He grabs Sorbet, and suddenly everything but the Frieza Force without purple aura surrounding them, and they suddenly poof away. They're gone from existence. Goku's body is healed once again, and the whole Frieza Force has been erased from history. So yeah. Now we go to basically just, I guess the Universe 6 tournament. The Universe 6 tournament, Champa does still want the Universe 6 Earth. I think he wants Universe 7's Earth to replace with his own. And Goku instead he can exert his violence by punching Champa in the face as hard as he can in his base form. Champa sent flying back, and Champa will question who Goku is. Beerus will laugh, saying, Champa, let me introduce you to the man who will kick the hell out of you. Beerus will laugh, saying, Goku, Vegeta, Gohan, get the hell out of my idiot brother. Goku roar, going Super Saiyan Blue, stacking up Kaioken times 5. Gohan would do the same as Goku, and Vegeta just goes Super Saiyan Blue, stacking up Kaioken times 8. He's a destroyer after all. He wants to see what... He's not understanding Champa at all. They'll barrage Champa from each and every direction, as Champa's just being punched over and over and over, and eventually leads to him having to use Hakai. And he starts with Hakai Gohan at a distance. No, he misses. His arm's grabbed and broken. Eventually with this, Champa is able to just go all out berserk, and eventually with this, everyone in the fight covered in blood, bruises, and panting. Then we see that Shingon and Zeno appear, seeing Champa beaten and bloodied. They see Beerus completely fine, and they see the humans. Zeno's very impressed with this, and Beerus is like, that's very cool. Once you have a proper tournament, I can watch. And two strongest fighters in your universes. They agree with this. The next tournament, well, same people. So, let me pause real quick. Alright, so this is the picture I found. So, the fighters being Goku, Piccolo, Vegeta, Monaka is replaced by Gohan, and the fighter in the empty spot is going to be Gotenks. So, yeah. So, Gotenks is the mystery fighter. Or not the Link Space Fighter. So basically with this, we're going to switch out Vegeta and Gohan's place. Gohan replacing Monaka. So, Goku would fight Watamu. And basically what he does is... So, Goku has common sense in this one. He's decently intelligent, average. And he's able to actually wrap up Watamu and slam him out of bounds. That with Watamu being clamped out of bounds and like Goku powering up one bit. Kind of upsets Watamu, but can't really save it. Then third opponent, not being Vegeta, but now being Monaka. Yeah, Piccolo versus Frost. Forgot that. Almost skipped it. Frost is quite literally just one shot. Like Piccolo constantly trains with Gotenks and Dende. Well, Goten, Trunks, Dende, occasionally Gotenks, Dende, and him. So he's constantly powering up, and basically just uses all his power all at once. And quite literally just does one simple punch to Frost's chest, and sends him flying right through the barrier and out of bounds, making Piccolo the undisputed winner. Wakaba and Hit were in sheer amazement. They know who Frost is and how strong he is. Piccolo did that with one punch, and reportedly he's the weakest on his team. No, Gotenks is. Piccolo, if he digs deep enough, he will bring up power and never thought before. He's getting God Ki from Gotenks slowly, same with Dende. Dende and Piccolo are slowly unlocking God Ki. If Piccolo were to unlock this God Ki to its full potential, then he's stronger than Gotenks. Now, we would have Gohan versus like Vegeta. Lavabot, I'll call him that, I forgot his name. But Lavabot versus Gohan. All it simply takes is just one, yes, the dome closed in, so he can't really breathe too well. But Gohan, all he really does is just fire one giant ki blast, and he then says, "Damn, stupid robot," and realizes his feelings got hurt, and Gohan's like, "Idiot, dumbass, jerk, dummy, simpleton." Because every single insult he knows, to the point where Vegeta tries to walk out of bounds, very depressed. This time Gohan and then Vegeta are in the stand, and immediately Gohan is apologizing profusely. Like I said before, in battle, he's one of them like Vegeta. Personality he's still canonical Gohan. Vegeta and Gohan will go and make up, and they're pretty good friends after. Now Vegeta versus Kaba. Vegeta trains Kaba to basically go Super Saiyan. And next step, use Super Saiyan 2. Or teach him the steps to it. Kaba couldn't do it in the ring. Vegeta punches him in the back as hard as he can, knocking out Kaba. But now, Gotenks versus Hit. Gotenks is annihilated. Yes, Gotenks has Super Saiyan Blue, but still, he cannot use Kaioken on top of it. It's already too much strain. So, Gotenks would lose. Then we basically have Goku versus Hit. It's not even a fair fight. In all honesty, Goku doesn't need Kaioken times 10. He can use Kaioken times 5 and have more effect. But to annihilate Hit and show him types anything special, Goku will use his own Kaioken times 10 plus Super Saiyan Blue. And Hit is utterly annihilated, devastated. Any word you want to say that makes it so Hit is completely obliterated, then you can say it. Hit is that word. If Goku had an option, or if Goku wasn't against killing, Hit would be a corpse. With this, Hit doesn't make Goku instantly strong, and Universe 7 loses by a landslide. Not a single member of Universe 7 lost. So, yeah. Now, Zeno disappears, saying he's going to make the whole universe, every single universe, have a tournament. Goku's kind of nervous and doesn't offer. Well, first when Zeno says he's going to use Universe every single universe, Goku will be upset and tells Zeno, "Well, Zeno, what about me? I mean, you're friends, and if you're somehow the universe stronger than me, stronger than our universe, you would erase us. And I'm a friend, right? You don't want to erase me." I was like, I guess that I won't erase universes then, but you guys will get punishment. Then one turns away, and that's going to help both Chuckle and Weekend Goku for, deceiving Zeno. Very impressive feat. And the gods that are all there are shocked at Goku for not lying, but for tricking Zeno. And Goku's pretty damn simple. So, that means Zeno's even more simple than Kakarot. But now, we go to Universe 6. Well, Goku's power, when he unleashed it all, it was too fast to even watch, even on GodTube. Even slow it down, you can barely even see Goku. So, this basically, the camera wasn't really focusing on the outside, and you only knew the name. You didn't know what the body could do, you didn't know what the body looked like. Zamasu had to go to the second best option. We saw it as Piccolo. So, he went Piccolo. Gohan didn't really go Super Saiyan God or anything against Lava Bot, so it didn't really matter. So, the next spot he chose was Piccolo, because Vegeta didn't go all out. Gohan didn't go all out. Gotenks, he went all out, but he's a kid, so it didn't really matter. So Piccolo was the next option. So Piccolo Black is what we get. In the universe, Piccolo Black, he's able to beat up most of the Z fighters. It still requires requires Trunks to go back to the past, but with Goten this time. He's like, we have a Piccolo Black. He's slightly stronger than us, but we don't really have a time chamber to train in, so it's useless. So, yeah. Now, this Piccolo Black appears, and instantly the moment he appears, Goku kills him, just like a whole straight up Kielas. He lets right through the chest, annihilating him, killing him. He's done. He's zilch. Nothing. He's dead. And then, that's the moment Piccolo Black appeared, just one Kielas to the chest, and he's dead. Trunks shocked at how easy that was for Goku. But still, they would have Zamasu. They head back to the past, because Trunks warns him about them, warns him about him. And they fight Zamasu. This leads to Piccolo being able to find some way to do the whole, evil attainment wave, or stealing it. He's able to do that, and immediately, this is able to be very useful, because Zamasu's healed away permanently. Then they use the Dragon Balls, Namek, to basically revive the Earth Guardian, but second wish basically to restore Earth to what it was before Zamasu Black, and then third wish, make sure the seal can never be opened. So this is kind of what the seal was happening. Seal cannot be opened, it cannot be broken, the container cannot be broken. With Earth Dragon Balls, basically just want to bring back everyone who died in the Android. In Piccolo and Zamasu attack. That works, and it's done that quickly. Yeah, back to this. So, now, Tournament of Power. Now, exhibition match still occurs. Goku versus Batamo. Batamo simply just one kick out of bounds. It's just one strong kick. Then, everyone, I guess, would be the same. It is just, like, they're all beasts in their own right. To replace Frieza, that would be Gotenks. So, yeah, everyone's the same. So Gotenks is the replacement for Frieza. And, yeah. Well, they think he could be the replacement until they realize that Roshi is kind of too old to participate. I think Platinum Frieza could really be a really good display here. So, Platinum Frieza is released, and Platinum Frieza is now the new person Tournament of Power. So, Tournament of Power would start, and everyone, well, they feel Universe 7's power. Piccolo did one special thing before the tournament started, but pause for fixing this, right? So, the Namekians from Universe 6, they're like, one thing is that they can fight on power base Gohan, who's at 99.2 trillion. This one's power is kind of a little bit above that, which would be around, so 9.2 trillion. So I'd put him at probably 15 trillion, 20 trillion. Goku is probably at most, in base form, 25 trillion. And Piccolo is not close behind, so it's not too far behind Goku, so let's say go on to 20 trillion. Vegeta is going to be at 20 trillion as well. So we put Piccolo at 18 trillion. But then Piccolo, if you use it with every single Namekian, and he's not as strong as Goku, but still one of the strongest on the team. So when he fights the two Namekians, he quite easily just beats them both. And they can feel the power emanating off Piccolo that he uses every single Namekian in his universe. And they ask if they're all in one being, does that make him this strong? He says no, he could have beaten them both without the help of them. Now they're kind of shocked that Piccolo didn't need this help. He just wanted it. So yeah, like it wasn't a need, it was just a want. Yeah, now once both Namekians are bound, Piccolo would aim his hand at Whis, and Piccolo kind of did it just because he thought, oh, it could be useful. But now it was really quite literally only show off to the Universe 6 Namekians. Whis holds his staff out, and he makes a whole giant section, and suddenly all the Namekians inside Piccolo are shot right into the stand. So they turn on Piccolo, and well, now everything just goes, I guess, per normal up until Goku would use Spirit Bomb. Like I said before, Goku took more of a liking to Spirit Bomb to Kaioken at first, so he had a lot more training with it. Then Goku kind of not mastered it, but was pretty far with it. And his Kaioken's a lot stronger than it is in canon. Not Kaioken, well, his Kaioken and Spirit Bomb are stronger than they are in canon. So when he uses Spirit Bomb, he's just struggling to push it back a lot. Point where it's basically impossible to push back. So yeah, now once Jiren can't really push it back, he's able to like hold it in place for a bit, until suddenly all the paratroopers are pushing it back themselves, or trying to. And as they try to push it back, Goku eventually still consumed by it. Because Toppo went destroyer mode, Jiren went full power. Not full power, but went most of his power. And Goku's consumed by it, so it was Ultra Instinct Omen. And Toppo gets the kick of a lifetime. He sent flying, then Jiren's kicked across the face with that same amount of power, and sent sliding back. Goku and Jiren proceed to fight, and Jiren's being overwhelmed. Eventually, Goku would lose his Ultra Instinct Omen, fight Kefla in his base form, not win, but Kefla gets the hands. Then Kefla would go full power, and Goku would go Super Saiyan 3 and beat her. But he fights Toppo again in his base form, and Toppo pushes Goku to Ultra Instinct Omen again, and Toppo's basically just dragon fisted out of bounds. So, yeah. Then Goku would fight Jiren, Master Ultra Instinct once, and this brief instead of Master Ultra Instinct, this is when Jiren is beaten. He's knocked unconscious in the ring, and 17 throws him out of bounds. So yeah, now this tournament goes pretty easily. And I guess the MVP would be Goku. Goku would basically wish for what would he wish for? Well, Frieza was already brought back to life, and Goku doesn't have anything else to wish for. Frieza says, send Frieza to the deepest parts of hell and make sure he can't be revived. And Frieza says, no, Kagar, you dumb monkey. And he's sent back to hell. That's Goku's wish. Basically send Frieza back to hell, and it worked. Kill Frieza, send him back to hell, make sure you can't come back. So yeah, now Broly movie. Broly. Broly gets the hands with the utmost disrespect. Gogeta is not needed, but instead it is needed with Super Saiyan Blue, Kaioken, Goku, Vegeta, and Gohan. Well, not all three of them need Kaioken, but Goku needed Kaioken, Vegeta needed Kaioken, and Gohan needed the Ultimate Form. He got Ultimate Form back. But yeah, so they obliterate Broly, and Broly's still their friend. Paragus is not killed. Like, the only reason that Broly is here is due to the sole fact that I'm having Cooler do it, because I have nothing else to plan. I want the Broly movie to happen. So yeah, Cooler brings Broly to Earth. Cooler wants to see if Goku and Vegeta are truly strong. Cooler is still with Gohan. Goku and Vegeta handle Broly without Gogeta. Paragus is still alive. Lemo, Chilai, and Broly all stay on Earth now. Now the Moro arc. Kind of just Broly and Goku and Vegeta. Those three handle it with the utmost respect. And Broly handles it himself. Goku and Vegeta spectate. So, yeah. Then we just go up to the Granola arc. Broly being training with them. Goten and Trunks need to focus on their normal life. Gohan needed to return to work and raise his daughter. So Goku, Vegeta, and Broly are the ones that train with Beerus and Whis mainly. Broly is Beerus' training partner. Goku and Whis are... No, Goku and Vegeta are Whis' students. So, yeah. What time is it? 8:22 in the morning. I've been recording since 7-something. But, yeah. Now, Granola arc happens. The fact Granola has Ultra Ego. Not Granola, Vegeta has Ultra Ego. Goku has Mastered Ultra Instinct. And he can mix it with Kaioken. But only Kaioken times 2 for 1 minute. I'd give it like 10 seconds at most. Which usually uses some Granola, and Granola gets a hell of a lot of bones broken from this 10 seconds. But with that, Goku loses all his ki, passes out, and the heaters arrive. Vegeta gives Granola a Senzu Bean, and we're gonna leave this part here. I did realize I forgot the whole exhibition match, so I'll kind of put it in the comments. But yeah, goodbye.